Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
So, current situation, Penny, you're trying to keep your guts inside right now.
Mhm.
You have 1 point of aggravated damage, which was the result of a knife in your gut, which was then pulled out. So while you don't need your digestive system, it kind of needs to just be in there because trying to heal a new digestive system is difficult.
Mhm.
So you're kind of using whatever you might have on you to kind of like keep like your tummy tucked.
Mhm.
So it's whether or not, well, to be honest, like your jacket or whatever you were wearing is wrecked.
Mhm.
So you need to find something to at least keep it tight.
Um, the jacket I was wearing, maybe that could work.
Maybe. Uh.
One of the sleeves is fucked up, but that's about it.
Yeah, I could try that. Just tie it
Mm-hmm.
around as tight as possible.
Okay. Again, this isn't so much like it doesn't need a roll. You're just doing this mainly just for
Yeah.
aesthetic reasons. It's like if like an intestine pops out, you can just grab it and pop it back in. It should be fine.
Mhm.
The pain, the
It's
pain,
fine. It's only a fast food.
the pain is serviceable. You've been through worse, but you've been better. Uh, as for you, Mel, you're in a situation where, I mean, yeah, you can't feel the pain in your arm right now, but you also just can't feel your arm right now.
Yeah.
Ah,
An issue.
ow.
So for like any situations of like driving, because you don't drive an automatic, you can't drive right now. So driving is gonna be needed for Mac,
Mm.
who's probably just is also just been the one to haul and like chuck Benny in the back of the Ford Transit, and then grab the what's left of the ghoul, the raisin.
The raisin.
He's just been thrown back in. Fortunately, you do have it is a Ford Transit, so you have plenty of room.
I love my car. I just wish I could be the one driving it.
Yep. Well, give yourself enough healing, and you can. It just will take a few rouse checks. So
Yeah.
a reminder for how you heal. So if you want to heal, it is one rouse check to heal 1 point of superficial damage. Because as an undead, you do not heal naturally. As for aggravated damage, you need to
believe
make
it's
three.
3.
Yep, you need to make three
Yeah.
rouse checks to turn that aggravated damage into superficial damage.
Mm.
It's either that or wait an entire day.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Get a lot of blood. Like figure out a
Yeah.
way. Like at the moment, so I say Mac's now in the driver's seat. Mel is sat in the back. Penny is sat in the back. Like you've probably done what you can to conceal any like rough and tumbleness that's happened to the vehicle, so none of like the onlookers driving past would get suspicious of you.
Mm.
So I'd say at least for this, Mac, can you can either charisma drive or composure drive.
Composure drive is much more up my skill set, so I'll go with
Yep.
that.
Yep. You're basically trying to make sure that you're not driving in a panic, which you succeed on.
Yay!
So like you're obeying traffic laws, you're obeying like the highway laws. You're even stopping at red lights, but
Traffic
like
laws prepare to be obeyed.
yes, like you're stopping at red lights. Unfortunately, like it's middle of the night, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning right now. Like,
Oh,
sun rises in like 3 more hours. So like no one's outside apart from like people who are too drunk
mhm.
or work graveyard shifts. So you're in a situation where you're not going to get caught. Whether or not you're being followed, however, would take something like a wits drive
Hmm. I mean, I might as well check.
or wits awareness for anyone in the back seat. Though I would give the two in the back a 2 dice penalty because of how messed up you are right now.
Bro,
Cool.
How do I do that?
what's
Uh,
awareness in this?
Wits awareness, yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah, just
Um.
how do I add the penalty?
So when you click onto the roll,
Uh-huh.
it should say like once you confirm it, it should say a number of dice.
Yep.
You can just take away the dice.
No, nothing.
And to be
2
fair,
successes.
we
So-
regenerate some willpower, right?
Yeah, you regenerate willpower at the start of a session.
How much?
Yeah,
is
no
that?
longer on 3. You're
It's
0.
Forgot.
it's either based on your composure or on your resolve. So pick whatever's highest and then subtract it.
Okay, cool. Then that's very good for me. I think I might.
Well, both
want
of mine
to
are
just-
at 2, so I just gained 2 willpower.
I'm gonna willpower reroll these dice.
I mean, I got 2 successes. That's decent.
Okay, 3
Yeah.
successes. No wait.
Yep.
Nope. No more successes.
Yep. So
Same
Mac,
as everyone.
your eyes are firmly planted on the road, making
Yep.
sure that like anyone who looks at your car does not see that the car is suspicious. You just hit a sheep on the road. That is all.
Yeah, definitely. I just, I swerved off and went into a ditch. Totally normal. People do it all
Meanwhile,
the time.
Mel is looking up the back and just making sure like no cars are like turning or making suspicious moves, or like you're not seeing the same car multiple times, so you're like tracking license plates to make sure that like, hey, even though this car turned away from you, it didn't like double back or circle back. So keeping track, you're under the impression that you're not being followed. You now have the decision, where are you taking this car?
Should probably
Mm.
group up with the others.
Yes. Yes. We're going back to the
You're going back
base,
to
I
the mod.
believe.
Okay.
Yes, to regroup and also get Benny to somewhere where she can be interrogated.
More would probably be best.
Okay. So, I'd say at this moment in time to collaborate events, this would be like a good few minutes after Kit returned and gave the apple to Simon. So, group 1 of Silas, Kit, and Simon, you are still in the morgue. Collaborating events when you either get a call from one of the others saying, hey, we've got Benny, we're driving into the morgue right now.
I'll make the call.
Okay.
It's like,
Hello.
hey, how's it going?
It's going, I guess. What about you?
Oh, I have the good news, bad news, and neutral news. Which do you want first?
Good news?
We got Betty.
Oh, that's very good news.
Yep.
That's the
Wonderful.
bad news.
Yeah, what's
We
the
got-
bad news?
We fought Betty. It got fucked up.
Ah,
To be expected. I had a feeling
Yep.
she wasn't going to come quietly.
true.
And the neutral news is we may or may not have made the deal with a group of thin bloods, so if they call us, we need to go and help them.
God damn it.
Oh, lovely.
On the plus side, we did get some information from the deal, so it's a net neutral.
You know, I'll take any good news I can get right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
Penny,
Well,
tie the jacket a little tighter.
see you soon.
Yep, we'll be there soon.
Simon hangs up and just looks mildly perturbed.
To which you do get the Ford Transit does in fact arrive. Do you go outside to meet it, or do you like leave them to just come like sneak in or come in?
Simon will go out to meet them in case they need assistance getting in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Need a hand?
It will join Simon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Someone needs to carry this unconscious bitch.
Yeah, we got 2 of them, so we're gonna.
Yeah,
need
I'll
some
I'll
assistance
get
in
Benny.
that. Right, then I get to carry the fucking pincushion.
I'll try and help carry one of them. I only got one good arm, so
It will immediately
Yeah.
look at you and go, no. And even though she's weak as all living hells, she'll try to help carry.
bless your soul.
All right. So who's carrying who?
I'm carrying Benny.
Okay.
I'm carrying
The pincushion.
the cyborg.
I'm aiding whoever needs help.
Simon's holding the door open. Important.
Obviously.
Melissa's just dragging herself in.
Guess I'd be helping whoever's injured.
There's 2 of us.
Yep.
The one with their guts hanging out.
That's
Yeah,
Benny.
Let's go with that.
It's fine. It's nothing. I could heal it.
You could in fact try to heal it, or at least do something. Like you can. Again, you don't need to focus on the aggravated damage. You could focus on the superficial damage.
I could.
But it would take a rouse check each time, which could risk you getting hungrier. So maybe that's something you need to do when you have food on hand.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me. We could at least try and prevent the guts from falling out. This is a morgue, right? So, surely one of you skilled with sutures.
Just get the stapler.
Silas looks around for a stapler.
Yeah, Simon's definitely got it's a morgue. They've got all the, fixings that they use to like sew up bodies and stuff. So
Technically,
Yeah.
they sew them out, so they'll have a sewing kit somewhere.
yeah.
Yep, you do have actual multiple sewing kits. Because, again, of the profession of being a morgue, and also the room is also used as basically as a mini forensic science lab. Or like an intern lab. So yes, during that time, you're like you bring in Benny, who looks like she's in a state of unconsciousness.
Mm.
Okay.
You
That
yeah.
that roll is for
What?
to find it.
I'm pretty sure.
Surgical stapler. I mean, Simon is. I
Probably
mean, not
just
Simon.
Grab one.
Silas is.
Silas
really
like without
resolved to find
Silas
this.
without directions, yeah. Like you pull out like medical things. So like you do like get in and it's like, do you need rubbing alcohol for disinfectors? And like probably not. Needle,
I'm going to
Fred.
do medicine and composure to try to.
Yep. Either you can do it or probably maybe Simon.
Yeah, I've got 3 medicine.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Yeah.
The old college try.
Simon can work on Mel.
Okay, what am I rolling exactly? Medicine?
So
Medicine and composure.
Yeah, medicine, composure.
Okay.
It's not that bad. Just some cuts on the arm.
I'm gonna say, while they're doing that, Kit's gonna pull Mac over to like away from the group enough that they can't hear if they're whispering.
Okay.
To inform, like, pull up the eye patch and go, one, Victor said insult to injury, but lifting up the eye patch and going, this. Pretty much pointing at her pink, the eye, which is now instead of a greenish blue, is a pink.
Yep.
Going,
What the fuck is that?
You got pink eye, literally.
Damn it.
How?
I lost train of thought with that.
Away from other people, away from other people. Hidden.
Yeah.
Secret. Sneaky.
That's what I was I pretty much
just
pulled Mac away to do so. And
Yeah.
pretty much dang it, I lost my train of thought with the pink eye comment. Give me a second. Oh, yeah. Along Kit goes, from what Victor said, it was Tremere ritual. So I have a sneaking suspicion the 2 Tremere are behind it. But yeah, this is a little problem now, and
yeah, we actually
Brain's having
we did learn something else that I think might point in a different direction, which is that the Thin Bloods can well, at least one of them, Benny, was a Thin Blood, and empowered herself through diablerie. Can't remember which one right now.
Oh.
Also, I'm not there, but out of character, the vampire that she diablerized was Malkavian, if I remember correctly.
Right. That is correct. Thank you. Yeah, so she's she worked her way up like that, and but are you thinking that like the 2 worked with her, maybe?
small suspicion along with the flesh crafting my brain forgot what the
Zamitsi.
Zamitsi?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so I was right. The Zamitsi. I was gonna call them the 8 holes. Like
But
roundabout because I forgot what they're called.
Close enough. Same thing.
Yeah, no,
This is the meat C as well.
yeah, she was working with the cyborg, fucking corpse I brought in. He was talking about how his master was going to assure her fucking safety through the traveling and making it there for some kind of safe house or something. So, right.
There's also, I just remember, I don't remember the actual name of the doctor, but there's a doctor, supposedly Zamitsi, in brain's forgetting the rest of the details. It's the hospital, right?
Yep. You do
Okay.
have some information about Dr. Norby, who is
That's the name.
who's the main researcher of the prosthetics division in one of the hospitals.
That's mighty convenient. And Zamitsi happens to be a prosthetics researcher nearby.
Which really big concern right there.
Yes. And also, so is the whole eye thing from like after you regenerated it? Or is it like
Yes.
like
No, after I rested of getting hunger, it ended up that way, and during a little incident with the bad Don. I'm just gonna call him Don because my brain's forgetting characters and messing them up right now.
No worries.
I sort of could see almost through another person's vision through that eye, which I have not told anyone. I wanted to wait because siblings. She air quotes siblings.
Yeah. That's.
And
Indeed.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
So as for the overalls, Simon, you are slowly but surely managing to stitch the tendons in Melissa's arm back together so she can at least move her arm. Or like 2 or 3 fingers. Still a few rouse checks could probably heal them and pop those stitches right out.
Would it be enough to drive?
Probably take a few. Probably like you'll get like a -1 to drive checks.
Yeah, I should probably try and heal that.
Yep. Like outside of that, it's going to be a case of like that. As for Silas's endeavors of, you just see Penny, like see the guts. The guts pop out, and you just decide, you know what, just the thumb will do. Poke the thumb in.
Yeah. Okay.
Poke the thumb in. Use like your grip strength to like keep it closed, and then you manage to just staple.
Now, don't staple your thumb inside the wound.
No, this isn't like medical grade stapling. This is, I need to like keep this poster on the wall kind of stapling.
Simon's doing like super neat, like beautiful stitch work, and they look over and they see what are the fuck's going on over there, and they just look kind of disgusted.
It's just
It
random
works.
staples all over the place.
There's like 3 that are off of the wound.
Yeah.
Just like face twisted, like Simon just ate something sour or smelled something bad.
Melissa's probably just giggling. Like she's not too fussy over how she looks, but she does like to be pretty.
Let it be a valuable lesson. Don't get stabbed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't get stabbed or slashed. Getting shot seems to be better.
Yeah.
But ironically, yeah.
I don't know. I think getting shot would be worse. Just the exit wound.
Suppose it depends.
I mean, most of the time the bullets don't exit, so.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Get
like,
those words out of my mouth.
like you're not going to like, just again, it's still going to be like the same amount of rouse checks to actually physically heal these wounds.
Mm-hmm.
But like outside of that, you're in a state of, hey, you could go out in public and not scare the shit out of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. I should probably at least try to heal 1 point of damage just for the fuck of it.
Again, the moment you want to, it would be your rouse check.
Yep.
It's a success when you heal 1 superficial damage. And then it's literally, do you want to gamba?
You want to gamble with your sanity?
So that's it. So every time like you heal and like you see yourself physically healing, so you've healed 2.
That was mine.
Oh, that was
The
yours.
second one. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mel, you've healed 1. So you're on. You've got 3 superficial damage.
Oh, I was on 5. I have 4. I already did that.
Yeah.
Yep. So are you healing the superficial damage, or is this one towards the aggravated damage, Penny?
That was just a superficial.
Right. So remove a superficial.
Yeah, I already did.
Yep. But that was.
I'm gonna wait till we have at least a bit more food before I try and get rid of the aggravated.
Yeah.
Don't want to
Yeah,
frenzy right
like,
now.
need to get something good on the side to heal all this. Maybe
Yeah.
grab a snack or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max gonna walk over and be like, sorry about draining that one dry, sort of just in the moment, you know.
Uh,
Also, we learned that the cyborgs are being working with Benny, and apparently you folks know maybe where the cyborgs are coming from. If I'm hearing it right.
Doctor near
Yep.
hospital
Yeah,
on
so
the other
yeah, you go, Silas.
house. It's from what we've gathered, it is a doctor from a using a hospital as a front and a place to lay low out of sight. And from what we've gathered, it is a hospital someplace near or on the far side of town, from what I understand.
That's interesting because the train was leaving town, but the cyborg was like, "Oh, my master has assured you travel." So it implies
Safety or
that
whatever.
Yeah, so it implies that either this hospital guy is maybe just like a component, or that hospital guy somehow has a lot bigger reach than you might think from a guy in a hospital.
mhm.
But yeah, to corroborate the evidence that you got from necromancy, you got basically the silent room and the man who runs it. You are aware of Dr. Nobi, who is the guy at the hospital, and the other clue you got was the blood axe.
So what was the doctor's name again?
Dr. Nobi.
Melby?
Norby. Norby.
Ah, thank you. Gotcha. I had Blood Axe down, but not his name. So.
Norby.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
Yep.
I almost want to call him Nubby.
Or,
He's a little
actually,
nubby, isn't he?
I guess this could also be some like big conspiracy thing, couldn't it?
Yep. So again, the other clue though, and some of the other clues that other people got was definitely the temple's involvement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this seems. I mean, technically it's within our pay grade, but at the same time, it feels like it's above our pay grade.
We informing the Baron about any of this?
I mean, I'd recommend it. We got Benny right here, and we did say we're gonna go after it at some point.
Also, if I fail the RAS check, do I still heal?
Yeah, you still heal, but you get hungry.
Okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
We also have something else to consider. And the reason, Penelope, why I gave you the phone when the offer was made. Well, partially. I didn't want to make a deal because I didn't want to make the deal myself. Because now we know that they know how to become full vampires.
Potentially.
Well, I mean, they know. They mentioned, I think they mentioned it. And and she was with them, she was running with them, and then she left. And she left after becoming a vampire, which means that they knew how she changed and why she left.
For all we know, though, that could have been a 1 in a million thing, so either way, they're probably going to try stacking on vampires, but...
Yeah, I mean, a thin blood winning against, somebody else is one who knows what. But that doesn't change the fact that if they think that they can do it, they're gonna try.
They're gonna try it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And
We
we
should probably
said,
tell the Baron about this.
Well, and Penelope has made a deal to try to protect them if they are in trouble. So what are we gonna do about that? Do you think they'll just be satisfied with a seat at the table? Or is this going to be more troublesome?
Only I agreed to it. You guys didn't agree to anything.
Yeah.
As in, as
I
there's always
won't
in
stop.
every agreement. There has to be a loophole.
Yeah.
I can't stop you guys from doing anything.
True.
So.
I can't stop the Baron from if
Yeah,
you do
so-
something, oh no.
So what do we do? Do we just, go, hey, Baron, they want a seat at the table, see if it works, and if it doesn't.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
that. I did promise them that, so
You only said you'd ask. You never said you'd guarantee.
that is true. But I did promise I would ask.
So what's the plan? Are you gonna call the Baron now, or like leave? Because you go.
No, you go.
Yeah, because at the moment you're not going to be waking Benny up anytime soon unless you get a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Shit.
at the moment
During that
she's in
time, then
coma.
can Kit slap her?
That might kill her.
Yes, you can
God.
slap. You can in fact slap her.
All right, you just see Kit go up and slap her, then walk away.
Anyway,
enough.
I'll call the Baron.
Good
Okay.
idea, I think.
Yeah. No, it needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna tell him about the thin bloods or what?
Yeah.
He probably already knows.
I mean about the Benny situation. Because that wasn't
Oh.
known.
Yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
she
Right.
moved your way up.
So is this directly trying to get in touch with Baron Basalt, or are you going to try and go through an intermediary?
I'm gonna try and get directly in touch with the Baron.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it takes a bit of time. First you get in touch with the receptionist, who then patches you through. All right, Basalt here. What you got for me?
Hey, boss man, a lot of news. First things first, we got Benny.
Good. What's her state?
Fucked up. There was a scuffle.
Did we have any losses?
No one's dead, just very, very wounded. Me and Penn will need some healing. Otherwise, a few things to note. Where do I start? Let's just start with Benny. Apparently, she used to be a thin blood, but diablerized a Malkavian, and it somehow worked.
There is a long pause. Feel free to roll. Roll wits awareness.
Ooh.
Wow. I'm the conversationalist, baby.
Yes, you're such. Basically, as you're on the phone, you feel your own beast rile. So I want you to make a rouse check.
Oh no.
That
The beast, like a alpha, like if like you are in proximity to an alpha predator, or you hear an alpha predator's roar or howl, like the hairs on your back, like stand to attention, and like even though he's silent, your beast is listening intently to basically his silence and his beast, almost like a resonance. It's so much that you have to literally fight the urge to kind of stand in line with him and like remember to be your own person.
Mhm.
You were almost wanting to just apologize over the phone right now. But you caught yourself, and even your beast caught you. But the silence, what you get, and you are inclined, is the silence that from Basalt is that he was aware of this, and you've just reconfirmed his own suspicion and his own theory.
Yeah, that's not the only news. I kind of. Hold on, out of character. What was the exact deal I made about talking to the Baron with? Because I know I didn't promise them anything, just like, what were they asking?
They wanted, I believe they wanted a small plot in the area.
Yeah, basically,
Yes.
they wanted turf, they wanted domain.
Yep. Also, one more thing, Mr. Basalt.
Yep.
I made a deal with a small group of Thin Bloods. I promised them that I'd talk to you, but they want a small area of turf for their own. I didn't promise you'd say yes. I just promised I'd tell them, or tell you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
It might
can
not be a bad idea, to be honest.
do it. But saying a piece of land is theirs still doesn't mean that still means that they have to defend it.
I
Can't
can
go.
get in touch with.
I can't go around saying, "Hey, this is their turf. You can't go after it because it's theirs." So we're Anarchs. This is Anarch turf. You want turf and you fight for it. That's how you get it. If you have turf and want to keep it, you gotta keep fighting for it. Same goes with you guys as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, that's honestly more than I expected you'd give them. So I'll give them the news once we're done with this call. Just let me know what rough area.
Simon's gonna lean over to Silas. So, what are we telling him anything about the hospital?
Nah, I don't think he needs to know.
All right, figured.
I mean, maybe by Dr. Norby, though, considering the fucking cyborg situation, sort of a big deal.
Right.
What's
Yeah,
this about an
fucking
incident at
Masquerade.
the hospital?
Oh, I wasn't there, so I'll let them explain that. And she's just gonna casually hand over the phone.
You can just see Kit pinch the bridge of her nose, like, you guys are talking too loud.
Yeah.
If you want to keep the stuff secret.
Thought we were off to the side, but all right.
We had
Well,
a
You've already known.
mishap with
we went
some
there
blood.
to investigate possible leads on Benny's location. And we sort of stumbled upon, how do we phrase this? The way they had acquired a certain asset was not, what's the word? Correct.
Pickle.
Yeah, they'd basically they'd acquired this individual through Benny from the flood bank.
And Benny's been
Made-
working with Clyde, and I'm guessing this Kindred who was locked in the blood bank was an Nosferatu, wasn't it?
Simon looks a little
Yes.
surprised and just yes.
Alright. Well, they bought the Nosferatu and didn't catch it, so it's not theirs by right. So, that Nosferatu, if it got out, it's free to go, and it's free to get out as well as it pleases.
Yes, that's correct.
I hoped you let this kindred know that they owe you for helping it escape.
Oh, of course.
Well, they know, definitely.
Good, that might come in your favor. Now Clyde's gonna be anywhere too pleased about it. Yes, I'm aware of his beef with the Nosferatus. It's been something brewing before I even arrived in Belfast.
Interesting.
It's an old rivalry. Not gonna say don't look into it further or don't pick a side, but just remember, if you get into a mess with Clyde, it's up to you to clean it up for yourselves. I won't be bailing you out for it.
Right. Fair enough.
But I'm also not gonna say don't look into it and don't twist some screws on the fucker.
Personally, I'm
Just
just happy you didn't carry your work.
Just be careful with that. Don't be stupid.
Of
No-
course.
Intel isn't just all he's good for, he can fight.
I can also fight.
Probably good we've got the Nosferatu on a good side then, right?
Yeah.
And
The
anything.
Good to me.
Hold on. 1 second.
Go
Mhm.
ahead and send what
Yeah.
were you gonna say?
yeah, the Nosferatu group in Green Hills isn't exactly that chatty with me. They're not exactly getting in line with me being the Baron around here, along with the Brouhaha and tops above them. But they do have to still have a business of selling intel. They
True.
they can't just live a life of being hoarders for nothing. They've got to get their food and supplies from somewhere. And we have an ecosystem here for that reason. So if you go around there and ingratiate yourselves, you'll be fine. See how it goes. See if you can get their trust or their favor. Hell, if they can prove to themselves that their intel and information is better than Clyde's, I'll be inclined of going to them more.
Noted.
Right, so you've got Benny, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We've also got another thing, which is that we might know who's making the cyborgs, right?
Flesh
yeah.
crafters.
Does Blood Axe sound familiar to you?
Another long pause. I know the name. It's a lot older than me, though.
Oh. That's
And I'm guessing
surprising.
Clyde will know a lot more.
Yes. He seemed to be quite buddy-buddy with this person.
Hmm. So he is in Dublin. Or in Ireland, at least. I
Would
thought he
seem
was...
so.
Honestly, I was hoping he would have still been buried in England. Yeah, I know the guy. I know of the Zamitzi. Went against the Methuselah, the King of England, Mithras, centuries back. Got beat into the ground and usually spend most of his time being on the ground. If Dublin's his home, it's most likely not his home by choice. But yeah, I'm aware of Eric Bloodaxe.
accurate.
And also, we learned that the cyborgs were working with Benny.
Hmm.
So we're going to take her somewhere safe, and apparently, she was assured safe passage somehow outside of the city via train.
Seems more like Benny was working with them than they were working with her.
Probably.
Hmm.
I wasn't really there for all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got
I'm
everything.
back.
I'll send. I'll send Rocco to pick up Benny, or at least
Right.
give a look on the situation. I'll also send a debtor or two your way for when you're feeling peckish.
Oh yes, that'd be nice.
Just make sure I'll clean them up after.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll get in touch with you sooner. I'll get in touch with you a bit later, maybe a day or two.
Right, we'll be
Alright.
waiting.
And he hangs up.
That was mildly terrifying.
Always is.
Mildly.
That's not good to.
I could. I could.
Well,
Okay.
guess we're gonna sit tight.
So as you were sitting tight, again you do have the new body in your possession.
Right. Simon's going to start looking to see if there's anything on this person that they could use for the ritual.
All right. Again, looking at the body, it's a raisin.
Ah,
There's no blood pumping around. There's nothing in the muscles. So unless you really want to make it work, that body's not going to make a great feta. On his person, though, if you want to do a wits investigation.
wits investigation. Okay, what is my investigation's not very good. My wits is
Nope.
alright.
Sorry about the
Yeah, this is going to need a 2.
Okay. I guess I could.
Can I assist?
Yep, you can assist. You're
Oh.
literally just rifling through his pockets.
What does an assist look like? What do I add?
You can either both roll for yourselves.
I guess we're both rolling.
Literally, it's
Oh,
like
I like
you're
that.
taking a pocket each.
Nah, I got
Like
one.
Simon's getting no. Mel, like Simon, you pull out the wallet. You get like family photos and like a money clip.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Great.
you also get his gun. You also like he's got a gun in his pocket.
Ooh, dibs.
Jesus Christ, how many fucking guns did this guy
Mel,
have?
you find a nice little like fountain pen that on the side looks like it was a Father's Day gift.
Oh,
Perfect.
fucking Christ.
All right, here you go.
Thank you.
I want the gun though.
I mean, I don't want
You know
it.
how to use it?
It's like a camera, point and click, right?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
dear.
Okay.
Sort of.
Technically.
Out of
Slash
character. Out of character, I did take a point in firearms after last session, so I do
Okay.
technically know how to use it somewhat.
Yep.
Right. Cool. You can. have it
Wonderful.
then, I
You
guess.
can have it. Go ahead. Have fun.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen, really?
She's immediately
She
gonna put the safety.
shoots herself in the foot.
Right.
And
She's gonna make sure the safety's on before putting it
Or
in
one
the
of
purse.
us.
No, that's me you have to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to use it, make sure the safety's off first before you shoot it.
I
Otherwise,
know.
you're gonna have a bad time.
I was just making sure it was on before I put it in the purse.
So,
I don't want one of my pens to just pull the trigger on accident or something.
are you going to perform this ritual now, Simon, or are you going to do it after?
I mean, there's not really a reason not to do it now,
Huh?
right?
If you want to do it now,
Mhm.
feel free. So,
Okay.
let's see, it is... Boop-de-boop-de-boop. Disciplines, ceremonies. So, you're going to summon the spirit.
Right.
So, you have the Wraith's Fetter, which is going to be the pen.
Yep. So Simon takes the pen and sort of stabs it into the palm of their hand to get blood on it.
Yep.
And then it's going to begin the ritual.
Yep.
And then do I roll? Is it compel spirit?
And you're going to just roll summon spirit first.
Okay, so I click the die next to ceremonies.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then do I just leave it blank?
I'm gonna say skill. Trying to think. Would it take a skill? Yeah. Put occult as the skill.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it's an occult oblivion roll.
okay. I don't know if it'll let me do occult and oblivion.
You can add either do the roll from oblivion. So you click the dice
Okay.
next to oblivion, and then select occult as the skill.
Got it. Okay, I'll do that. But then no attribute.
No attribute.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay, so you perform the ritual, and as you're very much aware that the spirit is definitely with you. It was definitely brought with the body.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the whoosh of the oblivion rushing from the spirit into the pen. The spirit is definitely in the room, but it's trying not to make its presence known to you. It's there. It can hear you. It can communicate with you.
Right.
It's just whether or not it will do so willingly. So, if you so wished, you could try and communicate with the spirit now. Or you could compel it to obey you right away. At the moment,
Okay.
we're just gonna say Mac isn't in the room right now. Because
okay.
if Mac was in the room right now, you would be in a very deadly situation.
Oh,
Oh, because Mac is the one who killed?
Mac
that
was
does
the
make
killer.
sense.
Okay.
That does make sense.
You can either just ask it or try and talk to it and try and get it to
Right.
speak that way. Or you can compel it to speak, which would then be a compel spirit roll.
Right. I mean, there's no reason not to try just talking to it first, right? I don't think there's any downside to that.
Yep, so you're aware it's in the room with you right now. You kind of are aware of his name from the wallet.
Right. Was that Jerky? Is that who you're talking about?
No, his name isn't Raisin.
His name's not Raisin.
His name's not Raisin. That was his current
Jerky.
state of being.
His name's
Yeah.
Jerky or Raisin.
No.
Got it. Oh, yeah. What did his name in the wallet say?
The name is Alex James.
Alex James. Okay. Alex, I know you're in the room right now. Just want to have a little chat.
Roll Roll charisma persuasion.
Charisma persuasion.
While they do that, I would like to activate Oblivion's sight.
Charisma persuasion is one of my things. Do you want me
Yep.
to give it a shot?
Unless they are actively trying to hide, I can just see them now.
So Simon, you have the pen in your hand,
Oh.
Okay.
and like you're talking to it and just going like, "Hey, Alex James, like
Oh damn!
I know you were in a
Nice
rough
roll, Simon.
situation. You probably didn't want to get into the situation willingly, but if you have any information for us, we can probably help you rest in peace or make it worth your while." And like you're negotiating with him, and like
Mm-hmm.
Penny, you don't see like a ghost in the room or anything around. You just see a miasma of oblivion just resonating from that pen. So much so that you could probably tell Simon to just put that pen to some paper, or like put a piece of
Yeah.
paper next to the pen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the pen will write for itself. Just set it down on that piece, on like a piece of paper.
Simon will dig through some drawers and pull out like a notepad from one of the students and set the pen down on it. All yours.
The pen you just immediately, as soon as you put the pen next to the paper, it stands up, removes the lid, and begins writing on the paper. The ink is red, cause
Oh.
the ink is your blood, Simon.
Yeah.
Currently, again, it takes a while, and there are actually some smudges on the ink, so you can clearly tell that Alex was left-handed.
Poor bastard.
Struggle
Southpaw.
is real.
Yeah.
He simply writes, "I didn't want this, you know. I didn't want to get dragged into this mess.
I don't think any of us did.
Didn't think I'd find myself working for some Vlad the Impaler kind of fucker. Oh wait, I can say that now. Fucker, 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 fucker." I guess that's one benefit to being dead, aside from the fact that I'll probably never see my family again. Or I'd rather see them later rather than sooner. So, are you the same as him?
Same as him.
Question mark.
I'd rather think I'm not. I mean, I haven't met this person myself, but he seems
Like a dick?
not very pleasant. I mean, I work with the dead and honoring the dead and burying the dead, and he seems to work with dismantling and altering the living, apparently somewhat against their will, and I can't say I'm very much of a fan of that.
I'm just a humble courier.
Can't say
Yeah.
I liked working for him, but he did give me an arm and a leg that could work correct.
Well, I'm glad that wasn't against your will then, at least.
The catchers weren't all that great though.
Yeah.
Catches are, well, yes, usually that.
So, ...
Simon looks to their companions like, what do we wish to ask?
Oh, honestly, who was this fucker?
Don't know. We just started either calling him boss or the layabout. Spends most of his time in whatever room he can find. Makes us drag a TV and console all the time everywhere.
TV
Talk
and
about
console.
a dick. Hmm. Well, if there's no name, then maybe a location?
Dot dot dot. Another piece of paper.
Yeah, Simon just turns the paper, flips the page.
Okay. He begins to draw a map for you.
Hey.
Oh, you're quite the talented map maker, actually.
So he draws Dublin and then draws the roads. He gets to a little town area called Nass and then draws a bit further. Draws past Newbridge. Draws to a little town called Kildare and an arrow pointing to it. Kildare village.
It's quite a ways away.
Right. Interesting. I wonder why he's holed up there. Out of the way, I suppose.
It's definitely out
Out
of
of
the
nowhere,
way.
I'm gonna say, I know you just hear Kit out. I say, is the dude a Tremere? Then just quietness words. With sort of the look of she knows something, but she
Question mark.
doesn't want to say.
Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. I don't know what that is.
They're probably not that. What
Informed.
would be a good description of Tremere?
I just know he was some kind of bloodsucker, like Vlad the Impaler kind of shit.
Ah, yes.
When he wasn't playing video games, he was torturing some poor fucker.
Quite the dichotomy. Why do you know anything about his allyship with one named Benny?
Prissy bitch? Question mark.
Very.
Very.
I had orders to take her to the boss to lay low. Sent only me. Didn't want to waste resources.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So she can't be that important. Clearly.
Well, if you don't know his name, do you know what he looked like?
Dot dot dot. Paper and
Simon.
ink this time.
Simon nods and just digs out a little. I'm assuming this guy probably had a ink pot with him if he has a fucking fountain pen. Digs that out,
Okay.
opens it, and places it next to the paper.
Yep. He begins to draw a picture of the man. Boop. Boop. Here you go. Just imagine this, but written drawn with a fountain pen.
Damn
Wow,
skilled.
you're rather talented.
So just beard. And he squiggles some black ink and then has an arrow pointing. Beard is red, not actually black.
Noted.
Eyes also red, not actually black.
Okay.
So, redhead.
Red head, red eyes.
Red head, red eyes. Next to it, 5'7". About 69 kilograms.
This is some good intel.
Extremely good.
Now, I'm not sure if my cohorts have any other questions, but I was wondering if when we are done here, what you would like to be done with your remains.
Pen slowly turns to body on the side. Then goes back to the paper. In all caps, did you see what that fucker did to me?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was my stomach that blew up, you know.
Oh,
dear.
Oh.
Oh no.
Eesh.
Oh. Oh.
Very sorry to
So
hear
what?
that.
So what? Are you this asshole's enemy or some shit?
Yes, it would seem so.
yeah.
Yep. It just looks like
For
it.
now.
Well, I hope I provided some useful information.
You have
That you most certainly did.
immensely, even.
So,
Good map, good drawing. ...
Didn't get your name.
Me, specifically.
Yes, you.
I'm Simon.
Nice to meet you, Simon.
It's nice to meet you too.
So, what's gonna happen now? Am I in this pen forever?
No, of course not. No. I'm going to help you. Unless you wanted to, I might be able to figure something out.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know what life would be like as a pen.
Me neither, to be honest.
I don't think any of us do.
Honestly, doesn't sound too fun in my opinion.
I
Kind of
mean,
up to you.
what else can you do? Like, are you a lich? Question mark.
Oh, I don't know if I'm quite that talented.
No.
I wish I was.
Simon fiddles with
so what
something
can
on
you
the
do?
necklace. I might be able to find a way to bind you to the pen permanently, but beyond that, I'm still working on improvement.
Was that all? Question mark.
I mean-
The pen scribbles a bit unimpressed.
It's a lot harder than you think.
Wait.
Silas has an idea.
It's
He reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out a memory card. Why don't we put him in that? Why don't we put him in this thing? Thinking we can digitize him and give him an avatar or whatnot.
I'd like
Is
to
that how
stay
that-
in the pen.
All right.
oh,
You
other
can
than
stay in the
that,
pen if you'd like.
yeah.
Sure,
I will-
I'll stay in the pen for now. Might be handy
Alright.
to you guys.
Sure.
If you need any more of my SAS or Navy knowledge, feel free to ask. If not, just put me in someone's pocket. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Breast pocket, please.
Simon,
All right, Silas
will
back
take-
pocket.
Simon will take the pen and put it in his breast pocket.
Huh?
It's just like you take it out, like you do it in there. It goes in there. It vibrates for a second, like it's trying to get into a comfortable position, and then just stays still.
That pen.
Hey, we got a new ally. An unexpected one.
Wow.
Right.
Anyway,
Simon will
we should-
probably just have the body cremated and then put it in a little urn that they'll keep around.
Yep.
Also, we should probably report this new intel to the Baron. even though we just called him.
Do we want to call the Baron again?
No.
I'll
I mean,
text him.
Rocco
I
is
don't
on
wanna
his way.
Rocco's on his way.
Rocco is
We'll
on his
just-
way.
We'll just tell
True.
Rocco.
So, Rocco does in fact arrive. He comes with 2 of the Baron's men.
Hey, Rocco Mibako.
Hey, I see you've been doing some good work.
Trying.
Oh yeah, we just got some extra information. Juicy. And she's gonna like motion Rocco to come over.
Yep, he smooths on over. He looks at you, looks at your arm. Oh, don't worry as well. The boss has brought some meals over. Hell, you can call me your Uber Eats.
So Simon did a little bit of their necromancy stuff. We got in contact with the ghost of the ghoul that was with Benny. And she's gonna motion over to the notebook. Check this out. Dude's a talented artist.
Ah,
We weren't able to get a name, but we got a face and a location.
well, I'll hand this over to the Baron's men. Maybe he can send 1 or 2 guys over.
I wouldn't be so sure about that actually. Oh, hell smells. Basically is, it sounded, I mean, from what I see, what I was told from these folks, because I had to be outside, it sounded like there's maybe more of the cyborgs. Like a lot more of them, maybe, because there's something about only wanting to have this one guy bring Benny over to him,
As to not waste resources, quote unquote.
and that implies there's more of them.
Makes
besides
sense.
himself.
There's a lot of people with missing a limb or 2.
Mm.
I mean, you could always just read the entire conversation from his point of view we had.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he looks over it. Prissy bitch, she is gonna need some time to recover before we can get some useful information out of her. As for your meal, the boys, you can bring them in. Place seems empty enough. As the Baron's men bring 2 men in who have bags over their heads.
Does it have to be a guy?
I mean,
Well,
you gonna complain that you got food?
I'm
My
picking-
order's wrong. I'm just kidding.
I ain't picky.
Well,
and she's just gonna walk over.
here's
to one
the
of them.
thing. Women tend to be better gamblers.
What?
Fair
What's
enough.
that even?
These guys here lost all the money and also know a little bit too much.
Hmm.
Nom nom. It's the Melissa's gonna bite down on one of them.
So just
Might
make
as
sure
well
you
feed
clean up.
as well.
Make sure to clean up when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm
Grumbles a
gonna
little
need,
bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to eat too. I need to heal.
Well,
Okay.
as he slugs Benny over his shoulder. I'll be
Oh,
off
and-
then.
Do me a favor. Tell the Baron my ride might need some more repairs.
It wasn't too much though. I drove it
Not that bad. It'll be fine for a
pretty,
bit.
pretty well. I mean,
Okay.
it went into a ditch, but it
Mhm.
was not too terrible.
Right. You go like so.
Uh,
As he's walking out, he kind of like nudges his shoulder up and down to make it so basically it's hopping Benny up and down on his shoulder.
Mhm.
I'll see you later.
All right. Okay.
Now,
Right,
now,
right.
now,
Yeah,
now,
why not?
Benny. Don't be so talkative now. We haven't even gotten to the party yet.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm
Oh, Rocco.
I'm a slate 2 hunger on
Okay,
this
got that.
poor motherfucker.
So again, these bodies have there's 2 bodies here. You can either slate 2 hunger on them, or basically think of it this way: these 2 guys have about 4 hungers worth of blood in them each.
I'm a slate 2.
Okay,
I'm gonna slate 2 as well.
okay.
That's first guy dead.
All right, first guy's dead. Who
Mac.
got who got the killing blow?
I believe that was Penny since I went first.
Oh god.
That's a killing blow, as well as what are your touchstones?
Do not hurt innocents.
Wait, I forgot how to feed again.
Hate it when that
Is it-
happens.
Open wide, eat and suck.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
priority wise, the 2 who went through the most probably eat. So you've taken 2. There's still another body.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 off the second guy.
Okay. Just
And I'm good.
Okay.
Rest is whoever's.
I'm
So, yeah.
gonna do 3 rouse checks to get rid of that aggravated.
okay.
1,
Fail.
2, 3.
Looks like you're gonna be beat up again too.
I am right back to where I was.
Literally standing up straight, just seeing the pings of the staples coming out.
Yep.
Ugh.
Melissa's fully healed, so the sutures have probably fallen to the
Yep.
floor.
I'm gonna need more food.
Well,
But
this guy still has 2 left.
I'm gonna try
Is anyone
again.
else hungry though?
I'm not. Simon looks sort of off into the distance.
There we go. There we go.
Then I'll slate 2 more hunger off the guy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So again, you've just gone into a feeding frenzy. You've all literally you've got another 2 raisins, another 2 debtors.
Simon sighs.
Hey, we might need to borrow your cremation again.
Yeah.
However, again, Penny, you're still feeling hungry. You're still like you got the tummy rumbles.
Yeah, I still have 1 hunger left.
Oh, you're on 1 hunger. You're fine there.
Yeah, I'm on 1 hunger.
Also, does Mac want to do any healing? Because again, Mac's got 2 superficial damage.
It's
I
true.
guess. That's just 2 rounds checks.
Yeah,
then.
2 rouse checks. You got like 2 little cuts and bruises.
Yeah. Let's see how that goes. Great. Okay, cool.
Hungry.
Well, I guess I might as well just try again. Let's see.
Then
Yay.
let's gamble with hunger.
Mm.
So Mac's fully healed now.
Yeah, Mac's fully
Yep.
healed, so like all those cuts and bruises you got have been healed.
We've been carrying around for like 2 days.
Is like, but however, again, you got a bit of hunger out from that.
Yeah.
During this time,
Unfortunate.
if everyone can for me make a wits awareness check.
Sure. What's awareness?
Oh. That's always fun when it comes out of nowhere. What does it mean?
Can't click the thing. The dice are over the.
I know,
All
yeah.
over
I'm like, I have to keep
window.
moving it so I can see what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, who has? So Penelope has 3 successes. Kit has 3 successes.
I have 2.
Simon's got 2, but Simon's a little distracted.
Yeah.
Silas also has 3 successes. So those with 3 successes, and Mac, even though yours is a failure, you hear in a different room of the morgue, a door has been opened and noise is being made. Mac, I want you to make a rouse check.
Okay.
As your beast responds to that as there's still something to drain in this location. Hunt it. But you manage to subside that beast. There's definitely someone in another room of the morgue.
What the fuck is that? Who is here?
Simon looks at what? What's what?
Who else is
Huh?
here? There's someone else here.
Pretty sure someone else is here.
The room
Shit,
towards the
we're
kitchen.
Simon would know who has keys, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I could try and.
Well, I should
Go.
go. It could
Oh.
be one of the students.
Maybe we put up with the bodies in the
Nice.
sewer.
Right, I'll go. You
Oh.
put the bodies away.
Mhm.
Someone can
Yep.
follow close behind me, maybe, just in case. But I'll be the one to peek out, just in case it's one of the students.
I'll join you.
Go with you.
Oh.
I haven't had any action yet, so Silas is going to
Fair enough.
follow
Yeah.
Simon.
Yep. So as you both go in, are you going are you just gonna walk in, or are you going to peek as to who's entered?
We'll peek, and then if we get seen, it's fine. Maybe.
Yep. As you peek and you peek your head through, and you both clearly can see that someone, or specifically for you, Simon, you know who this is. This is John. John is currently, he's opened the fridge. He's got something out of the fridge, some ketchup, and he's currently in the middle of boiling a kettle and prepping himself a pop noodle.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. And John is he one of the students, or is he the...
He's one of your students.
Okay, good. Okay.
He's currently just
Okay.
going over and it's that, you're peeking and feel free. So this is for Silas and Simon.
Mhm.
Roll intelligence, insight, or wits insight.
Intelligence, insight, or wits insight.
Yes.
Okay.
Oops.
I think my wits is higher, yeah.
All right.
4. Not bad. Oh, wait. That was your roll. There's my roll.
Yep. So
1 6. That's
So Silas, you just oh, it's one of the interns. Simon, you as you're going on, you're kind of catching you're reading his behavior, and the way he's got his back turned towards you, and is doing a task specifically with his back away from that door. Is he was positioning to appear as if he basically he was appearing to look as if he didn't know that you were coming. He's definitely aware that you were coming. He's got that very on jumpy I'm trying to look inconspicuous nature about him.
Simon sort of ducks back behind the wall and whispers to Silas, "So he totally knows that I'm here. Should I just walk out?"
unless you want me to. I don't mind going. If he sees someone he doesn't know, he'll drop his guard.
Let's both walk out then.
Sounds good to me. I'll watch
All
the
right.
door just in case.
Yeah, we'll step out. Why not? Let's see what's up.
Oh, he turns around like with his pot noodle. It's like he hasn't poured any water into the pot noodle yet, but he's moved and like his elbow has nudged the pot noodle to spill it over. So
Hey there, bud. Midnight Silas walks in.
it's
Goes, hey there, bud. Been burning the midnight oil, are we?
yeah, I'm coming to do the graveyard shift. I'm supposed to be prepping the bodies up for the morning class. I didn't know you'd be in here, Foreman. He looks at Simon.
Simon sort of just raises an eyebrow. It's like, when am I not here? I'm here all the time.
He has that begrudging feeling of like, yeah, you're always here. Always looking over the shoulders. Always like so close to people's necks.
It's normal. It's fine.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'm just coming to the graveyard shift. I'm just going to be prepping the bodies for the morning team coming in. Apparently, we've got some new cadavers here who are some interesting cases, it seems.
Oh, yes. I took a look at them myself. Very interesting, actually.
Oh, so like, any interesting pathologies?
Well, I certainly think so, but I'd hate to ruin the surprise.
Oh, well,
Simon is just smiling.
Like again, he's really like trying to like move away from Simon. Right. Oh, fucking. Just give me a second. Like, he takes his pop noodle, puts it to the drawer, and like slowly is like gathering all the powder that was in the pop noodle back in.
Is there something you needed?
Waiting for the just waiting another minute or two for the kettle to boil. I haven't been here long. I've just got here. Kettle's probably gonna take another 4 minutes to boil.
Right. Well, if you need anything, you just have to ask.
Yeah, I'll let you and your friends leave first before I get to work.
Right. I will let you know when we're headed out then.
Yep. Silas,
Mhm.
you want to make another intelligence insight check?
Sure.
Or even charisma insight? Yep, so probably charisma insight would be the best check.
Simon can't tell if John is nervous because of something else or if it's just Simon's natural presence being around him.
Complete failure.
Any wanting to willpower reroll that?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Simon can't help with this anyway, right?
Actually, no, you can also do charisma insight if you want.
Charisma insight. Okay.
I'd probably give you a +1 to your roll, Simon, because you know John.
Okay. And I just add that to vampire dice, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot how to do rapport.
Now, John, are you quite sure there wasn't anything else that you needed?
Again, yeah,
Terrifying.
so you've definitely caught on. Oh, so yeah, Silas, it's basically right-click, willpower reroll, and then just...
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Simon's roll.
Yep, that's fine. So, like, you definitely caught on to the fact that John, that he said friends, not friend.
Uh-huh.
So he's definitely aware that there are quite a few people here.
Uh-huh.
I noticed that right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what?
Like, I didn't see nothing, I swear. I went, like, as soon as I saw that copper and those guys in black come round, I went around the back. I don't want to disturb you. I don't want nothing. Like I'm aware that, like, some shady stuff's going on around here. But it's, like, none of my business. I'm just here to pass my grades. He's got his hands up.
Mm-hmm.
His body language is very closed and defensive.
Yeah.
He's not, like, reaching for an exit. Because he's kind of aware he's in a situation where he's screwed. He's
Say
more...
so.
He's pleading. He's
Mhm.
also... And I'm going to importantly mention this body language very clearly to you,
Hold on
Simon.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
His hands are incredibly close to his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Silas is going to try and grapple him.
Okay?
Is that a good idea?
Simon sighs. Oh, John.
So that is a strength and brawl.
Yep, time for brawl. Oh, John.
Oh, John.
I'm sorry, John.
I'm sorry, John.
Jeez.
Yep, so
I
this
will
will push you down
have
from brawl.
I will have no hand in this.
Right?
Let's search that as well.
Oh,
Two
cool!
successes.
2 successes.
Oh. Hmm.
Hmm.
That may not be good.
I'm not sure if NPCs can willpower reroll. I don't think they can.
I don't think they can.
So he just has 1 success. You have 2 successes. So
Ah.
you do in fact win.
Ah.
So, like, you go, like, he tries to move out the way, but no, like, you grab him, you pin him to the side. And, like, he's not even, like, lifting his arms. He's literally just got his arms around his neck.
I've pinned him such a way where he can't move his arms
Like, it's
to
like,
his neck.
it's like you've grabbed him, like, with one arm. You've pinned him with, like, your forearm, and then, like, you pull his arm away.
Yeah. I've got him, like, I've got both his arms behind his back where he can't move
like-
them. So this is going to go, well, no, John. Let's not do anything rash, shall we? And he is going to
Like,
also
I don't
look
want
for
I don't wanna
a
die.
tattoo.
I don't
He's
want to
also
die.
going to look.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
I don't.
I was on the
Frankly-
rota. I know I was on the rota. They know I'm on shift.
I don't want anything to happen to you either, John, but I'm not sure what else we're supposed to do here.
At this point, would we be done putting bodies away?
Yes.
Ow.
I'm real tempted to stick to my Chronicle Tenant and just try and help the kid out.
Don't know what
I'm
this
not-
is.
I'd rather not him
I'm
to
back.
die.
I don't.
Intelligence? Yeah, I think it'd be an intelligence roll.
And I think I mean
You don't have anyone who there's no one here who has cloud memory.
No one does.
Okay.
um,
My
We could-
investigation intelligence roll is
Yeah.
to look and see if there's a tattoo on his neck or
No,
near his
there
neck.
is no tattoos. This is just a greasy haired med student.
What are the rules around ghouls?
The ghoul rules.
Roll around
Ghoul
ghouls.
Yeah, like making
is-
ghouls.
Again, there's no at the moment. Again, you're like you feed them your blood
Mm-hmm.
and basically negotiate. It's kind of like a negotiation. You can either force them to be your
Yeah.
ghoul, but again, if they're forced and like basically treat it like this. Or this is how I'm going to run it. If you want to turn him
Uh-huh.
into a ghoul,
Yeah.
it would probably have to be you, Simon.
Yeah.
You would also have to. Well, you would have to be either Simon or Silas,
Okay.
Right.
and basically you need to
I
feed
had-
him your blood, and
Yep.
and basically negotiate with him. So it would be like charisma persuasion
Hmm.
of like, we can make
Hmm.
this worth your while. Yes,
Mhm.
but we are what we are. But if we give you your blood, that's going to give you some benefits.
So quick out of character question: Are any of us high enough to do memory manipulation or no?
Nope.
Hmm.
No
No.
one
Okay.
has it. Again, you just have entrance.
Also, if you need the charisma persuasion bitch, that's me.
Yep, it's also Silas,
Oh.
don't worry.
Yeah.
Again, at the moment,
Alright.
Silas, you have awe entrance and lingering kiss. None of those are cloud memory.
Fortunately.
Gotcha.
So seems
It
like
could help
one
convince him to say
option.
yes to being a ghoul, though.
Yep, you could in fact
Mm.
entrance him into being a ghoul. Or being Simon's ghoul.
What
Or-
if I use the one thing that allows me to, or if anyone has some sort of like presence or dominate, or manipulate, I cannot pronounce it, one word, interrogate the sophisticator. We could sit there and sort of use that if we need be. To get
you don't have that. You have Silence of Death. Which I don't know why you have Silence of Death.
the ritual. Because my hunting type
yeah.
trapdoor allowed me to take obsterfuge, and I took
Yep.
Silence of Death.
That's fine.
But
You again, so
Does anybody have any points in intimidation?
I have a bunch.
again,
I have
like you
two.
can try and persuade him with
Excuse me.
charisma.
High charisma. I have high charisma.
You're,
Yeah, I
you're
think-
basically getting him hooked on the drug that is your blood.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
have
think that-
4 charisma, 4 persuasion.
But also, you
Okay.
need to be
Simon-
aware that once you give them your blood, they need to keep having your blood.
Right.
Otherwise, they'll suffer from withdrawal.
Yeah.
But
Hear me
again,
out.
you turn him into a ghoul, you will have maybe a handy lackey.
True.
Hear me out. What if we use someone with high intimidation and persuasion and scared the living shit out of him not to tell?
I mean, I think that
Make him so scared for his life that he won't blab anything.
I mean, I think that he is kind of already there, and also I think that Simon can convince him, considering they know each other, and I mean, you've already got him in a very tenuous situation.
Yeah, I
so
also
it's
don't think
like-
it's wise for Simon to feed off of him.
No, Simon would
Yeah.
not feed off of him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I
I guess I should just roll persuasion charisma then, right?
Yep, charisma persuasion.
We could. I could always put on the big goat mask that I have and use that to scare him.
You walk in the room, hey, John.
Actually, at this moment in time, he's
We're
seen a
to
masquerade
knock him out.
breach.
Yeah.
Mhm,
He knows at least maybe you've killed 2 people just now.
mhm.
You might as
Maybe.
well get him on the gravy train.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I'm at. Okay. Is blood surge? I can't remember. Do I have to
I'll do
do
it.
anything special for blood surge?
And it does take
Silas
it
will
does
do it.
immediately do a rouse check for you. But no, Silas
Yes.
will do the business pitch.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have you do the business pitch. I'll be the one to turn him.
Okay.
I mean,
I thought it was
I
going to be
would-
the opposite because
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be
Simon's
opposite.
cool.
Yeah.
Also, yeah,
Because-
don't worry, ghouling isn't turning.
Because I
Well,
have
that-
4 charisma
Oh.
and
Yeah, because the
One
big thing
persuasion?
is that that John will need to keep coming back, and Simon's always here, so John can come to Simon pretty easily, and there's not going to be
Yeah.
a chance of the bond snapping,
Yep.
and thereby causing problems.
Yep. For the
Yeah.
sake of this, Silas can convince him, but it would most likely
Okay.
be John being gold to Simon.
right. That makes sense.
Because you also already
Okay.
got a
I
bond.
mean,
of
that
sorts.
makes sense. I mean, y'all are around each other all the time, anyways.
yeah.
Also, I'm just going to double check.
Mhm.
Charisma and persuasion. I can do that.
Yeah, I was just double checking whether or not John was already a touchstone to you, Simon.
I don't believe so.
Nope. Funeral director and opera singer.
Yep.
But yeah,
We good.
feel free to roll charisma persuasion. And do you want to willpower reroll that
Yes.
before I do his roll?
Yes.
Yep.
One power.
Can I
I'm
help
just gonna,
in any way?
Can-
Nope.
So I'm guessing Melissa can't show up.
No, like you're probably hearing, but keeping out of sight as to not spook the boy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey,
Si-
that's pretty good.
Silas, I would say you can't help because obvious predator.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Simon can't help it. They just have a creepy energy.
Also, I also have that. So if I came out, that'd also not be good.
Yes.
Mm,
So
Okay.
that's a pass now because it would have been because he rolled a 2.
I'm also going to use entrance. I'm going to
Okay.
entrance him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like He goes-
I'm stupid. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
he goes, "So, okay, like I won't tell anyone. I'll do what you say." To which Simon, you can offer some of your blood if you want. You can even
Yeah.
put it in the pot noodle.
Simon just takes a surgical scalpel from one of the, or no, probably just a knife from one of the drawers in the fucking kitchen, and just holds their wrist over the noodles and just slits their wrist.
Okay, so like he goes over and like pours hot water into the pot noodle and gives it some time to mix up. He puts the ketchup that he was going to put in the pot noodle back.
He puts the ketchup away.
I like
Hot
this
noodle do
boy.
you put ketchup in?
He's a sick fucker. What do I know?
I like this boy. Let's keep
I
him.
wish doesn't put mustard in it like somebody I know.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
So, and then like he
That's fine.
slowly puts a fork up to his mouth, slurping the pot noodle slowly. Then it's suddenly getting faster. Like he's probably just burnt his mouth 2 times, but like, whoa,
I like this boy.
okay, I'm on board. I'm team whatever the
Just
fuck
like,
you
oh,
are.
shit.
Drugs. Yeah.
Yay! Yippee!
Look, John. Simon puts a hand on John's shoulder and goes, "I've only ever killed one person."
I mean, fuck, I expect
Don't
you
make
to
it
kill a
the
lot
second.
more.
Don't do yourself a favor. Don't make her. Don't make him your second.
Don't. Also, now that you've ghouled him, your obvious predator does not work on John.
Oh, that's cool.
No.
I specifically go out of my way to avoid doing
Yep.
that, actually.
John is now your ghoul. Keep track of him.
Keep track of John. Okay,
Keep
I'll
him-
write that down.
Keep him fed.
I have a pet
is-
pen and a pet John.
He's basically now
Pet
going
John.
to start feeling more indebted and more inservient towards you.
Got it.
But again, you know how to get in touch with John.
Yep.
So like I'd
Pats him on
say
the back.
every week you need to give John something.
No.
Again, because he's a new ghoul, he won't suffer. He'll only suffer from withdrawal. If he was ghouled for a long time, because ghouls basically slows aging.
Yeah.
If you let an old ghoul and no longer feed him, he'd literally just age rapidly.
That's
Oof.
horrifying. Good to know.
That's not good.
But gee, you've got a ghoul.
I've got a pet pen and a ghoul. What the fuck?
I'm just gonna lean out. You're a ghoul now. You're no longer innocent.
Hey there.
Well, watch what you're saying there. I don't want to scare the poor kid. He just got fucking A.
Welcome to hell.
Yep.
Yep.
Melissa's just gonna walk over like, how you feeling?
Guess we're all doing a big to-do.
Feeling pretty great, but you mind it? I need to actually start my shift.
Yeah.
Right.
We should
Right.
probably get out of
We
here.
will let you do that.
It
Well,
is in
yes.
fact
Time
also
to
getting
step
to sunrise.
Where
Yep.
we have to, what are we gonna do with the leftovers?
Oh,
Leftovers.
Burn them.
we'll figure it
Get
out.
their raisins, burn them. Or use them as
Cremation.
cadavers.
Mm-hmm.
And chuck them outside, and they'll burn to. They'll turn to ash.
No,
Oh, wow.
those are dead. Those are deaders, not vampires.
Yeah,
Oh.
these are.
Those are literally those were mortals. They
Mhm.
looked out. They went bust.
They
Yeah.
thought they'd win, but their win came short and they became food.
Yeah.
Yep.
Simon's
Victim
probably
of
got a way of taking care of it.
Yep. Victims of assaults on the Grand Casino.
Well, I'm sure if this is a morgue, then they have a crematorium. So
Or you could keep
Yep.
them on ice for a few days.
Yeah. Either way.
I mean,
I should probably get back to one of the shelters. Sun's gonna be up soon. Actually,
Yeah.
do I think I can make it in time in
Yes.
Cinda? Okay.
I will give you all enough time to go back to your homes and rest for the night. Or rest for the
Okay.
day.
Right.
day, night. It
long
doesn't
night.
matter.
Yeah.
Mm.
Our night. How about that? It's our
Long
night.
day.
So Silas turns to Mac as they're starting to leave the hospital and says,
They're
"So I
morgue
understand your
again.
vehicle is going to be in the shop for a while. I don't mind loaning you a vehicle if you want."
Melissa's.
Yep, the Mel's.
I
Yeah.
don't have a car.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mel.
sorry.
Melissa's that crashed.
It's a little bumped up, and I feel bad for my baby, but she'll drive. She'll drive.
You sure? I have a Range Rover with your name on it.
Tempting
No,
offer,
Range
but
Rover.
I'll pass.
It's no Ford Transit.
It's not my baby. Besides,
enough.
check this out. And she's gonna motion over for Silas to follow her.
Get him a Hilux, and we'll never have an issue again.
But yeah, she's gonna motion for Silas to walk, follow her. She's gonna pop,
Hummer?
open up the Range Rover and then show him the smuggler's compartment. Bet your Range Rover doesn't have one of these babies.
You mean the Ford Transit? You
Yep.
said Range Rover with a smuggling department.
No, I she showed him. Anyway, you know
I know
what I
what you're
mean.
getting at. Yeah,
Okay.
not bad.
So, with this, you all return. And basically now, as you all go sit and basically go to homes, you rest. How are you wanting to literally do something? Do you have anything you have planned to do the next night? Do you, like,
Thanks.
so literally, are you going
No.
to pursue your own objectives or pursue like objectives like you might have on your mind?
Oh, Simon's
minimum
always
ask-
working on.
no,
Go for it.
minimum, just ask Father Jacobs if anything else needs to get done.
Mhm.
Because they do stuff during the day, I do stuff
Yeah.
during the night.
Yep. Again, that's all downtime stuff. That's all maintenance. I'm talking specifically. Is there anything you as a coterie are wanting to pursue?
There are those two Tremiers.
There are the two Tremere.
True.
We still need to find those.
Well, if you need to chauffeur around town, I'm your gal.
Yeah.
And there is the chance that they are connected to this red-haired guy
Yeah.
because of the paint.
Don't we also have
Yeah.
the ball gala get together thing?
That's
That's
later.
that's a few
Oh,
days
okay.
from now.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that is.
Okay.
We could go. We could go get clothes. Because we probably gonna need that.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Clothes shopping.
Oh my god, shopping.
Yep.
But
Yep.
what if I'm like, okay, either we need to hunt down 2 people and capture them and, bring them back against their will to a holding area, or we go and get some nice clothing.
Or we go to Macy's.
Or
So-
whatever shopping centers they have in
First,
Dublin and
first
Ireland.
order of business, though. Everyone, roll a rouse check.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Where's
new
my
night.
stuff? There's something else.
I'm good.
Okay.
More hunger.
Hey.
Please, 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 please.
Me
Alright.
and Simon are still bouncing at no hunger.
Wow.
Kit, successful.
successes.
Silas,
Oh, great.
hungry. Simon, fine. Mac, fine. Penny, hungry. But, no one is above 3 hunger, so it isn't of a concern to you.
Nope. Silas does want to go off and do something on his own, though.
What does Silas have in mind?
He wants to go and meet with his sire. Because from what I understand, his sire is.
Is your
Fine.
sire is still in New York, but you can get over
Oh,
in
I
touch
thought it
with
was
him
in
over-
London.
No. There are currently no
That
kindred in
is-
London at the moment.
I'm gonna say, wasn't Victor here?
Victor is back
Or
in
did
Belfast.
he leave? Okay.
Victor
thought it-
and some of the other refugees are back in Belfast. Your sire is in New York.
Okay.
So you can't
Okay,
exactly, you won't be able to
fine.
get in touch with him right away because he's not woken up yet. But you can either leave a message for him or call him later.
All right. Silas is going to leave a message for his sire to see if he can meet him in
Yep.
Belfast. Then
Okay.
he says he misses him, wants to hang out.
Okay. All right. So with that,
Everyone has such good relations with their sire.
Mm.
No, I don't.
Simon looks away, says nothing.
My motherfucking sire ditched me.
Yes,
Same.
and, I mean, Kit and I
I had
have
no
such
choice.
such a great relationship. I mean, no coercion whatsoever, no complications.
Totally wasn't fucking turned with no choice or no say. Just, you know what? Fuck it. I'm pissed off. Here, there's the person.
The only
No,
good thing I
It's
could
just
say,
like,
the only good thing I could say about my sire is how skilled they were in bed.
Okay. It's good to
Okay.
hear
Well.
you.
Good to know that.
fuck.
Anyway,
shot
where are we
my-
driving?
so first things first, I'm going to say, Kit, you will receive a phone call
Oh.
from
We didn't say anything
Clyde.
bad in character.
Oh no.
Oh,
Fucking
dear.
Clyde.
Okay. Fuck that guy.
Kit, my dear, I'd like for you to come into work tonight.
Of course.
Excellent, excellent. We've got quite some preparations. We've got guests coming. We need to make sure that the rooms are well prepared and well ready.
Understood.
He leaves you a message of basically a shopping list of getting a shipment of blood bottles from the brewery. And that's your job now, Kit.
Hmm.
Also,
Oh, lovely.
I should probably call the Thin Bloods and tell them about the Salt's
Yep.
agreement to let them
That'd
have
probably be a
turf.
good idea.
So pulls out the phone and just starts dialing Joy.
Kit. Joy picks up.
Howdy, howdy.
Ah, you're back on the phone early.
I managed to get in contact with Mr. Bisselt, and he agreed to let you have some turf on the condition that you have to defend it yourself.
Ah, so literally no change in circumstances.
I told you I would bring it up with him, but I couldn't promise anything.
Yes, well, we'll take it at least of saying the papers are in our name.
Yep.
But again, you agreed on your coteries' behalf that you would back us up if we ran into any trouble.
A few of us agreed. But I will see what I can do. I am a damn good driver. I could at least try and get there quickly.
Right. Well, I suppose I'll plant you with some information as a reward.
Hmm?
You keep our
What you
ears to
got?
the ground of Kindred who aren't exactly moving around like they own the place.
Interesting. That is some very juicy intel.
Got eyes on two who are moving together. Look like siblings. Young. Definitely not alive though.
Mm-hmm.
The Tremere.
She sends you a picture.
Oh, thank you. I actually have been looking for these two. Or at least they're likely the two I was looking for.
Yep, so she sends you a text of the pictures, as well as the area which they were spotted.
Ho ho ho.
But heads up, sends you another picture. These guys were looking for them.
Do I recognize
You
these guys?
you have a picture of Crow, one of the brew house from the brewery.
Fuck.
Don't want to tangle with the brew house. All right, thanks for the heads up.
We'll keep you updated. Alright. So, first order of business. Kit, what are you doing?
Kit's gonna be pretty much going to the brewery, getting pretty much getting everything on the grocery list that Clyde has told her to do, and going to work to. Even though she's with the new information she has learned about Clyde, she is internally conflicted, but knows this is her one way of sustaining some income.
Yep.
So she's just gonna pull up her big girl panties and go to work.
Okay.
You need a ride?
I was sitting there debating, like, Kit's gonna sit there and probably ask around those who, like Silas or my brain gets mixed up of.
I'm just a humble
Melissa.
courier, but I can help you.
Yeah. I don't know why I get you and Kel's characters mixed up for some reason.
Melissa
I
and
apologize.
Melody, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you two. I switch your guys' characters. Like, I don't.
Yep.
So
Anyway, just
she's gonna
load up anything you need there in the trunk, and we'll be off.
Yep.
No,
So
trunk.
so
the back of the
literally,
van.
you are literally like loading cases full of bottled blood into the Ford Transit.
Her hope is none of it decides to go. Oh, let's just this glass.
I would
don't
be
want to have
very
another
upset.
incident.
Don't
Yeah,
shoot it.
I would be very upset if my van got dirty again.
And I think the boss would not be happy either.
So I'll just drive nice and careful.
So as you come and you arrive at the temple, as you are entering, so who's entering? Who's carrying stuff?
It's gonna be probably carrying as much as she can of the blood by herself, so Melissa doesn't have to do much.
So,
Melissa's still gonna lend a helping hand, though.
all right. So Mel, are you going to be actually carrying the blood in with you into the back of the temple?
With Kit's permission. Like, if she requests the help, I will help.
She's gonna sit there like for a second, think because she doesn't exactly know how Clyde will react since all that stuff, but she'll, because I assume it's a lot that she has to bring in.
Yes.
She's gonna.
There are like 3 pallets, like kind of like the plastic crates that you would carry like milk in, or carry like beer bottles in.
The lovely pains, I call them.
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, sorry. I probably should have said something earlier. Would there be any chance that Mac could have come along?
Yeah, you could if you want to.
If Kit would have allowed, because
Yeah, Kit would have went. Yep.
yeah,
Come on.
how things are going.
Okay. So yes.
And I think yeah.
So like, I'd say that there's 3 crates total, so you could all carrying 1 each.
Mhm.
But again, are you
Sure.
bringing them into the temple?
She's gonna bring them in and ask the others to get it so it can get done and quicker.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't sneeze, please. Watermelon, strawberries, whatever. Don't sneeze.
And she
Sorry.
is gonna pocket her van keys in a nice, secure pocket.
So as all 3 of you enter,
Mm-hmm.
and also okay, Boop. Let me see what disciplines people have.
The noisiest zipper pocket I have. That's where my van keys are.
Okay.
That way, if anyone tries to pickpocket, I'm just gonna hear the zip.
Okay. So, wits awareness for Mel and Mac. Wits
Okay.
and auspex for Kit.
So, sparks.
Wait, so
Wits.
There we go.
Hmm.
Okay, so as you enter, one thing that is apparently clear is the entire temple is completely empty. The mortal patrons who would usually be on the first floor, nothing. The bar, nada. The basement area where you're bringing the supply, empty. And as you're looking around, and even the other lower floor areas and the soundless booths, empty. You dropped the supply of blood and crates in the basement. Suddenly, behind you all, excellent. It's best to work as a team, isn't it? Hunched over, bowed, bang next to you all, is Clyde.
He just jumps up.
His tall, slender figure, and he's wearing a completely plain black mask.
Yep. Melissa's gonna jump slightly before giving him a bow. Romani Courier, at your service.
Oh, yes.
Mac just kind of looks at them.
It's just squat down trying to catch yourself. You just son of a.
Right. Excellent job, Kit. Now, if all three of you will come with me,
Whatever for.
we're preparing for guests. And Kit has been most fortuitous enough to bring two of them with me or with her already. I
didn't know I was
must
gonna.
say I was quite unprepared. So I haven't yet cleaned. And I must
It sort of
graciously
gives him the eyes of like, you should like that. You didn't tell me that the other courtier was the guest type of like look
I
to
have
him.
not yet sent the invitations. Also, and he points to his eye, more as the motion as your eye patch, Kit. That's not regulation uniform.
Yes, I had a little incident with some other kindreds, and it's still not exactly tip top
Oh,
healed.
I can imagine. Do not worry, dear. We all have features which we do not want to show. But as he bends down towards you, and this is in a way that Mac and Mel can't see, but he tilts his mask so you can see his face again.
She sighs, sort of eyes over at Mac, and with hesitation will take the eye patch off and pocket it into her jacket.
So, what the mask is regulation, but an eye patch isn't?
He stands up, and again, so how tall's Mac?
Like 6 foot some odd, I think.
Yeah, he's taller than you.
My
Hmm.
heavens.
He's not like butch or built like butch built. He's very tall and lean, but he's bordering on 7 foot. But it's kind of in a way of his limbs are longer than his body.
Okay.
Slender Man.
So yeah, he's very likely. Like as soon as you say that, it's like, well, yes. Do you see any? Have you ever seen any of my other employees or myself wear an eye patch? Surely on your
That's
previous
the
visit,
point.
you see us bearing the usual mask. Though I will say, as you are all being invited guests, you will need to not meet such attire.
Aw,
But
that's good.
I'd recommend, as a gracious host, please leave through the back and go back in through the front.
Right.
Of course. I'd hate to be rude.
Right. I'll leave you to it. And Kit, if you want to come with me and we can begin some cleaning up.
It follows ensue, but also forgot to put the note. She sort of is keeping the eye closed in a way, so Melissa can't see the eye.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, like, are you following Clyde?
Yeah.
I think right like before
Oh.
it is like too far away. I would like to kind of like whisper, I guess quickly, just be like, maybe poke the eye out.
Melissa is actually going to turn to Clyde and as before she leaves, like, parking. Should I move my van, or is it fine where it is?
It's fine where it is. I don't see any
Alright.
any other cars coming into the parking lot.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
And with that, she's gonna do as Clyde asks, leave out the back, head around through the front, just enjoy the nice night air.
Okay.
Well, I will follow along behind, though I will mutter to Melissa, if he's expecting more guests, how is he expecting them to be here if they're not by car? What, they're going to come in by plane?
Um, I, I'm sure he'll look after the car. I can't exactly do courier work for him if my car gets damaged, and he
Yes,
knows
I'm more thinking if he's not expecting people by car, then what is he expecting them by? You know? How are they
Foot.
traveling here? The guests.
I'm probably just expecting him to walk here.
Odd.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm not one to really overthink that sort of stuff.
So while you're doing that, and Kit, you're walking with Clyde. Clyde, he's
Yeah.
walking to your side. He's walking to your side. It's like, Kit, keeping that eye closed like that, anyone would think you were attempting of being flirtatious. There shouldn't be any secrets
She'll-
towards work colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the time when she left out of like the other or Melissa and Mac's view, she'll undo the eye
Okay.
because pretty much more of like it's starting to like feel weird to her having it shut closed.
He stops, bends down, and looks like directly into your pink eye. Not had any interesting side effects, have you? He cocks his head.
It's not that I can relay that isn't just the annoyance of my eye not going with the other one and the fear of what the others will question compared to what you're going to start questioning.
Well, it's fine, I guess. A nice, usual hue or complexion, not quite as vibrant as his. Guessing the connection is quite faint.
It's
This
Was
must be said
jarring
with an
at
incomplete
first.
ritual. I'm sure Benny must be quite furious.
only
How
one
is she,
who
by the way?
knows is uh mm, she and Melissa had their deal of damage from their interaction, but the only one who really knows about the eye is, well, Matt and Sire, of course, as he was the one who gave the eye patch a little salt on the wound.
Yes. I must also, to keep no secrets, I was in fact visited by Benny before she tried to flee Dublin. She came quite
Yeah,
furious. As you begin walking down, you come across a body. The body is of a Nosferatu. This is what the body looks like.
I
Shit.
thought you were gonna do good on Puck. And I guess that.
God damn it.
Why? Can I at least understand why, Clyde?
I'm not wanting to get in the way of workplace conflicts. Benny was quite furious when she arrived. I couldn't exactly say no to her.
Well, she's not exactly now in
Besides-
a state of
Oh,
good anyways.
so she's in torpor too. Well, as you can clearly see, there is a body. He is not dead. He is also in torpor.
Well, at least the slap was not only for my pleasure, but for, I guess, what she did to Puck.
Yes. Well, he moves over and he picks Puck up, or picks Puck's body up, like he was picking a handkerchief off the ground.
Please don't be disrespectful to him. You can Kit's demeanor is sort of that one of hurt, but also anger, even more than she was.
Ah, you're right. It's one to take care of their resources. Make sure they're all properly contained. He, with his foot, lifts open a wooden, almost like a wooden coffin crate, and drops it in. Closes the lid, and then with his thumb, is putting the nails in. Right. Let's get down and begin preparations. I need to send a few messages and some emails. If you can begin dusting up the bar, Kit.
Kit nods.
I'm sure the other guests will be rushing here as quickly as possible. Feel free to provide any beverages to the guests. I know we must have those two already up. So nice of them to be cooperative. I would hate to have to fight in my own establishment. So, at this time, Simon, Silas, Mac, Melissa, and Penny will have received the following text message. You have been invited to the temple to discuss important business with the owner of the establishment. Please come as soon as possible. As the owner is not the most patient.
Melissa's gonna be like, "Oh no, what a surprise!"
Yeah, Mac's gonna look at that and go, "Okay, so this is great." And then text message Silas and just go, "Shit's probably fucked. Bring something special." And the same to Penelope.
I'm going to say during this time while Kit's going to do her work, she's going to send a message to Mac going, just in a very cryptic way, say, there's a problem and it's not good about Puck and all that and Benny. Trying to keep it cryptic, so just in case if anyone gets a hold of her cell phone or anyone gets a hold of Max, especially since the situation, hopefully they will understand. She's also in like sort of blind rage situation, so no coherent thoughts.
Yeah. I have that pistol in my purse still, yes?
Yes.
Unless you removed it. Good.
Nope.
Right, and I guess we go inside and do we go inside to the bar that
Yes,
Kit
the
is
bar
cleaning?
area.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess Mac goes and sits
To
at the
which
bar.
Kit is also probably up there. Clyde is still not there.
Should Simon's gonna text. Who would Simon text first about this? Do we not just have like a fucking group text?
Yes.
Probably.
We probably should. By now in the campaign, we probably do.
You have
way.
either a Skype or a TeamSpeak.
I think we mentioned before that we have some kind of a group chat thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because Simon's gonna send a text or whatever into it and just be like, should a certain someone know about this?
Well, the Baron, most likely. Yeah.
I also need to get in contact with him later too.
Simon is going to shoot a text to the Baron that just says, is also going to be very vague and cryptic, and it's just going to say, temple, shit might be about to go down.
That's great.
he gets. You don't get a text from the Baron. You get a text from Rocco.
Uh-huh.
He knows. That's the text.
Good. He fucking
Oh, he
always
knows, okay.
does.
Of
He
course,
always
He
knows.
he then
I
say
mean, yeah,
he then
that's
says
the
the
thing.
he then says, "Be careful." Clyde
Mm,
is probably the only other son of a bitch, who can go toe to toe with Damien in a fist fight.
Oh, okay.
And hence why
Hmm.
Kid Sora just like, I'm just gonna obey and not fuck up.
right?
Great.
Simon will go, but warily, obviously.
Right. Fuck it.
So, and then while everyone else is making their way to the bar, to the temple,
Hmm.
again, you feel free to get whatever equipment you're wanting to bring with you.
Huh?
So
So
One
she's
question-
probably gonna.
for the
Yeah,
people
the-
inside the bar, where are you sitting and what are you doing?
I mean, I know that I'm sitting at the bar, sort of, near wherever Kit is. Just trying to make sure that if anything happens, I'm there.
I'll
Mhm.
probably be sitting with them just to chat with the friends.
So, for people in the bar, as you are you're at the bar and you're discussing things, you suddenly just hear a huge whirling noise as Clyde has entered the room with a hoover and is very quickly trying to hoover the floor. It's like he's not paying attention to you. He's moving around. He's hoovering the floor. He's pulling the cord, and he's literally, while he's waiting, he's hoovered the entire floor of the bar before moving back with the hoover.
Hey.
Kind of comedic, but all right.
Yeah.
Why do
Yep.
why does my brain see Jack Skellington with a fucking vacuum?
Literally.
Yeah, basically.
One question. I'm gonna message. Walking armory or just one thing?
Melissa's gonna text back. If you would be so kind as to bring me a melee weapon.
Yeah, we'll shoot and just say make sure what you bring is concealable. Don't know what. Just the word
Yeah.
concealable in big letters.
Yeah, I guess Mac will say, let's be polite.
Okay, so both my pistols and like a stake.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah.
next,
Or like-
the next text you. Oh, sorry.
Do you still have Benny's knife?
Probably.
Can I have it?
I didn't give it back.
Can I have it?
Yeah, sure. She's gonna use it.
Simon make sure that they have the pen in their pocket and then they're good to go.
Yeah, I'll get on my moped and start riding there.
I was gonna say also at some point in like the time she's worked, she keeps not really a kitchen knife, but sort of masked as a kitchen knife in the bar for safety.
Oh no.
Mhm.
If you you specifically know certain locations in the bar have access to shotguns. There is actually a fully functional double barrel shotgun directly behind you in the bar.
But she has no skills in firearms,
It doesn't matter.
so she
You can-
prefers her knives.
It's a double barrel. Just point it in the direction.
Point it in
Is
the
it
direction of
buckshot?
things you
Is
want
it
to
bird
die.
shot? What I'm sorry, my brain goes, what type of shot does it have? Does it have a spread shot? Does it have a bird? Like
No,
Magic
it
this is
slugs.
it is a
this is
double
my
barrel
hunter
shotgun.
brain.
It honestly probably would just have double-aught buckshot because that's just the most effective for everything. I want something to be removed from that direction.
Point it.
I'm used to
Point at
my
the
dad
thing.
going birdshot.
Point at the thing you
Self-defense.
want to die. Squeeze the trigger, and death comes out.
That's for the PKP.
And for kickback. Just
All right. So to
you gotta prepare yourself for that.
So what's Silas bringing with him? What are you bringing with you?
Silas?
You there?
What?
Uh-oh.
Cowboy?
Oh,
Oh.
there's something.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
All right. No, so then we'll go. So Penny, what are you bringing?
Just, the stake and both of the pistols.
Stake and 2 pistols. Got it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Simon, what are
And
you
the knife?
bringing?
Yeah, and the
Simon's
knife, yeah.
Simon's bringing their pen, their pet pen.
Okay.
They're gonna have
Testing.
John. Does John have a vehicle?
Okay.
Can John be a potential getaway vehicle?
John can drive you.
Yeah. Just in case we
Also-
need to get the fuck out of there.
I heard the testing part. I didn't hear anything after that. If you said anything after that, Cowboy.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
There you are.
You can hear me
Yeah.
now. Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
MP5 and a collapsible baton.
Taking the wrong
Okay.
keyword.
How many of us have guns?
Also,
don't.
question. What is this, America? Yeah. Question. Question
Not
for
a-
Cinda. That pistol this is honestly just a nerd question, but the pistol that ghoul had that I took. What model is it?
Red 9. Old fashioned.
Nice.
Nice.
Also, when you say like, "Is this America?" No, it's the next best thing. It's Ireland.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Now I need to get art of Melissa with her new red 9.
What year was it
I
again?
know this is
They're
gonna
in
be
2012.
2012.
I'm gonna switch out the baton with the katana just to be great. Extra cringe.
Hell yeah.
Are we sure that's concealable?
All right.
It's
Yes, it
not.
is
So-
available.
How are you coming in with all of them flaunted, or are you coming in them with concealed?
They're concealed.
Okay.
The katana can be concealed in a jacket.
Okay.
Interesting. Is it that short?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no,
They're
yeah,
also Tantas.
it is Ireland.
remember.
The IRA was still around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So as you all arrive and you all enter the bar, Clyde enters out and leaves, and let me roll something real quick. As he goes by, he seems to have brought a crate with him, which he just leaves on the floor. He looks at you, and you can't tell. It's hard to tell from right behind his mask, but there is the light sigh of disappointment. It's so sad that there isn't any trust these days. If you can be pleased, I'd rather you not leave anything hidden. Let's leave everything out to bear, shall we?
Well,
As
I've got nothing to hide.
he unbuttons his jacket and unfurls his jacket outwards to show that he's not carrying any weapons.
It does like a reverse TSA pat down to show that they don't have anything on them.
Yep.
I'll open up my jacket as well.
Yep.
If
If you want to, you can go to find the place to sit and place them on the table. I'd say during this time, Clyde has kept his mask on.
No, does Kit have hers?
Kit can probably put yours on if you want.
All right,
You're currently here as an employee.
yeah, so she is gonna then.
Right. Well, first order of business. Know that I have not brought you all. I have not called you all here without asking for your boss's permission, which he has granted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also willing to state that during this, any information that you have already on hand is free to discuss, and I will feel free to fill in any blanks you may have. I know there is a lot going on that you may be even aware of, and may be throwing even suspicions my way. You are free to ask me any questions you wish.
Why?
Well, I have a reputation to uphold. I am a proprietor of honest information and keeping of secrets.
So then, what does this cost us?
Nothing. Think of this as a simple clearing up of any unnecessary understandings.
Mhm. So, you, I think, mentioned that there's something with. No, wait. Was that? Did Mac hear about about Benny and the relationship with there, or I don't remember. I can't remember right now.
You are kind of aware of it, specifically from information from Rotfiend. So again,
Right.
Mac, you're aware that Clyde specifically allowed Benny to feed from a Malkavian.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that's the first one, which is So, what did you have to know?
Oh,
What do
that.
you think is going to happen from the whole Benny Thin Blood gang fiasco and what they've now learned because of you?
I am very much aware that most of the other Finbloods are not aware of that information. Most of them have a rudimentary understanding. They probably just assume that in time you just become another kindred.
Oh.
I'm sure
Convenient.
like one or two might have their suspicions or think of it as such. They're not as privy as to why we call them Finbloods. They aren't aware of the fact that they are of a lower or lesser generation.
Hmm.
The joys of ignorance.
More of the less you know, the more joy you can have in pursuing such knowledge.
Mm.
For those who wish to study.
So, Benny was what, a one-time thing? Perhaps supposed to be what, a protege?
It was more disappointing than that. You see, I was tasked of clearing up some loose ends. The Finland Benny was much helpful in helping me find them. A little bird who had flown the cuckoo's nest. She helped me track them down, and I dispatched. As they were kind enough to follow and point the finger themselves, so as a reward I thought, I never knew if the theory was actually true, and hell, I was even more suspicious that he would actually kill the young girl. What can I not do if she survived committing diablerie and was blessed with being a Malkavian for it, or cursed? in some cases. I don't know. I don't have any discriminations against other clans.
Oh,
We all have our blessings and our curses.
Yep.
I've heard to the contrary of that.
Oh, what have you heard?
Something about you and your relationship with Nosferatu's? Perhaps it was specific Nosferatu's.
Yes, I am aware that I have a hatred for them.
Mm-hmm.
They are rats. They care to scurry and hoard and do not care where they shit. I wish to live a cleaner life. I will not sully myself with underground nature. All
Oh,
of
but
my...
you don't have any problems with any other clans, do you?
No, on the contrary, every clan has their need for study and information, a service I'm willing to provide, and even provide secrecy, should they wish to discuss those matters. I have no disgust or disagreements with the barbarity of our fellow kindred, or even like the barbarity of those who are in front of me. I mean, can you clearly state that you are neither of yourself barbarians?
Oh man, I'd say so. For myself, definitely one.
Yes.
Long line.
We are all, yes, we are all still human in some form of nature. Whether or not we consider ourselves ascended or descended, we are still, by fault of evolution, the descendants of Neanderthals.
Well, some of us are.
Yes.
All of us are.
No,
No?
technically not. It's a long story.
Science.
Away.
Yes.
Well, what the fuck's up with the goddamn cyborgs?
Oh, those. Not a... I will clearly say those are not an endeavour of mine. These are an endeavour of another patron.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
Honestly,
just trying to clear up shit for your own name? Not going to say anything beyond that?
I'm simply providing a service. I've even explained this to Baron Basalt. If he benefits from the same services that I provided to this Eric Bloodaxe.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
provided simple secrecy and exchange of information for material gain. The same offers that I have given to Basalt, and I have given to any other visitors to my temple. This is a place where we are to provide a place for learning and a place for enlightenment.
So, is that why you've got Kit taking the eye patch off?
Ah, no, that was actually more of a curiosity on my part. I wanted to see whether or not something had taken effect.
And a Vedic way of doing it?
I'm sorry you'll feel that way, but this is my domain. If you have a problem with that, you can leave it in the suggestion box.
Alright. Where is that?
Oh, it's... And he gets up, and he literally just walks past all of you, around the back, and pulls out a little, like, blue tin with a slit on top and a lock on the front,
Interesting.
and then
Oh.
leaves some, like...
I
And
thought
then...
it'd be like a shotgun call.
Yeah, no, I thought you were either
Suggestion
going to
box.
open a door or get a
and
weapon.
leaves a piece of paper and a pencil. and then walks past you back to his seat.
Okay.
I honestly thought it was just going to be a trash can.
Melissa's gonna write something down as well.
Yep.
Dude, just put it in the suggestion box.
Okay, what are you writing?
This place could use some smooth jazz.
Better music.
Okay. So he's actually going to put on some music. You now hear jazz on. A nice little trick I had. I can pick up pen scratches by ear.
It's actually really impressive.
Mildly terrifying. Alright, what other shit we gotta ask?
I mean, got a lot of info the other day, to be honest.
Well, this was the time to check it. Apparently.
Well, what are you able to tell us about this blood axe then?
Oh, well, nothing that I've already exchanged information with Basalt already. I've simply just told him that if he wants to hold his territory, he's going to have to fight for it. And obviously there's going to be many people going for his head. Coming for this domain in his territory. I'm not going to defend him if he's too weak to defend himself. If he can't hold the territory, he doesn't deserve it. If someone wants to fight against him, they're willing to use whatever resources they have and an even playing field, so to speak. All I simply care is for a continued living of my life.
Right, so to be clear then, you talk a lot about sharing information back and forth. Does that mean that let me portray perhaps a potential, right? Baron Resort comes to you asking for some information. You say that you'll give some, but perhaps he has to tell someone in turn, perhaps there's a secret involved in that to glean.
Oh,
Package coming.
My payments are always the same, so long as people are willing to pay for it. Basalt has never been inclined of paying my tolls. But if you so wish, my toll is the same. Bring me Nosferatu, and I will provide whatever information. A clear break from my trade rule.
I see. So then, well, at least that makes things somewhat clearer. So, if you Nosferatu to know ways to hurt the Baron, and thus went after shipments arriving, which happened to harm my cousin.
Oh, the business and the trouble you had at the docks. I will clearly state I had no part in that.
Interesting. Guess you got.
Would this be charisma? Hold on. Would it be charisma insight to see if he's lying?
Yes.
Also, in Cinda, would Kit be able to ask any questions even though she's working?
Yeah.
All right.
2 successes.
Not lying.
Hmm.
And he goes into more detail. The incidents at the docks were the schemes of another. Now, while they did come to my temple to discuss the matters, and thus I cannot disclose that information toward you, I'm sure that if you put your brains together, you'll start to pick up with who might have been involved.
What happened to sharing information freely then?
I will not break my trade secrets unless you bring me a Nosferatu, dead or alive. I will not violate my own laws.
But we can probably figure that it's what, like blood axe on the Norway bloke, or something to that effect.
Blood Axe played a part. Someone certainly gave him the information,
And
but he wasn't the original one who found out about it.
interesting.
I don't know shit. What the fuck else have we got to ask?
At this point, Kit will walk up to Simon. Simon, do you have that drawing or your ghost pal drew?
No, the Baron would have that.
Also,
Well,
I did receive some information earlier today. I guess would you be willing to verify it for me, Clyde?
Yeah, sure.
She's going to share the information about the two kindred that were seen in, what was it, Victoria?
The two kindred who were found by Joy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those two.
She's provided you with photograph information of where they might be, where they were last seen, as
Mhm,
well as the fact that Crow was looking for them.
mhm. Just,
That's
do you happen to
interesting.
have any information on these two?
Oh, the runaways. I know
Mm-hmm.
Benny was spending quite some time looking for them. Got the Finbloods all riled up for it, but no luck. Almost as if someone was wanting to keep them hidden from her.
I see.
So then, what is? How did
I do know that a certain Bruja is looking for them as well.
Ah.
I believe Crow?
Yes. He's one of Francine's whelps.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Definitely kicking up a fuss. Likes to rough up the Finbloods. Doesn't kill them though. Doesn't seem to have that instinct in him. His face is looking directly at you, Silas, when he says that. Almost as if to say, yeah, I know.
No. Shit, I don't think I thought. The hell have you folks been doing? Whatever. So, any chance that you know if they were involved in the painting? Is that like a thing that's
Oh no, that was Benny's pet project. Dear Benny deluded herself into thinking she was not a Malkavian but a Toreador.
right?
Saw
Okay.
herself as an artiste.
And so how she made her art fucking magic. Cool.
Yes,
Right.
I was aware of such things. That was definitely a commissioned painting for Eric.
Mm.
And
so is
well,
that who is very much connected with his thieving console? Is it
his
Clyde?
eccentricities. Yes, he was so inclined to bring them with him to the temple when he visited. Yes, certainly has any slow attention span. Brought an Xbox with him.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
what I'm looking for. Got it.
Yep. That's the thing. Right?
Yep, that's exactly the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kit. How's it looking over there?
Right now, Kit's just sitting here, not even paying attention to Mac, just racking her brain around that information, not being able to put a name to information she knows and connecting more and more. At this point, you just see she'll just in her heart say fuck it and take the mask off and go, then why did I see his vision through pointing to her pink eye through this eye? Giving him just a dead, like, I'm not taking shit anymore. You need to tell me the truth type of like
I'm not.
face and how she's holding herself.
Yep. It's rude to break protocol, dear.
I know, but I am not gonna sit here and let this information slide. Especially since it's prevalent to my situation.
Very well. I'd like to, on a basic suspicion, I'm not really familiar with blood magic. Bit too... I prefer direct approaches. That's the best way to say it. It's, you have his eyes. He's literally, he's shrugging.
Like, on the wall.
Right. Am painting
Kit,
the
may wanna
lovely
take it off.
Mary. It just turns red, looking like I'm not gonna go through that pain again.
listen, I'm just saying, it's if you can see through him, then he can look back.
Potential.
That's why the eye patch was staying on.
Mm-hmm.
You can sort of tell she's at the point more of an annoyance.
Really? Now, before you even realize it, Clyde's right in front of you. And, again, tilts his mask so they can't see it, but you can see it. Can he see through that eye? Is he looking now?
I do not know. I've only had sight through it once, and it was not something I
so-
realized.
So it's...
I bet he wanted it for his
It's a window, not a mirror.
balls.
You can look both ways. Handy trick. A smart girl like you should know how to use something like that. As he slips his mask back on and backs away. Kind of like hands in the air, don't shoot, don't shoot.
It gives him a side eye of like annoyance right now.
Right, well,
At the point she says screws it, puts the eye patch back on for precautions then.
yes, well, I'm sure I've cleared all of the air for you. And there are no more misunderstandings or thoughts that I am a traitor or not having the Belfast's best interests in heart. Now,
What are you gonna do with Puck though?
oh, he stays. I've not quite figured out what I'm going to do with him yet. I had better things to do, but I wasn't the one who put him in that state. So, I'm waiting for him to get better. I'll nurse him to health. And then we'll see. As of now, he's, and he flips the crate up. He is, bullet sponge, we'll call it. I'm sure you brought those guns for a reason. Not quite the sharpshooter myself, but I can hold my own. Just a case of, do you want to continue?
Continue?
Apparently carrying self-defense.
Frankly, We thought this was going to be a trap, not a
Oh,
conversation.
perished! I am insulted by such insinuation.
With our last handful of situations, it's only precaution. I hope you understand that's what the others wished.
I didn't know what you were going to be up to. I don't know what you were going to be doing. I don't know why shit's been kind of fucky-wucky like this, you know?
And
So,
quite frankly, two of us just got through healing some very nasty wounds. We didn't want more so quickly.
although,
Those things are understandable.
now, I mean, I think somebody else can probably say it better about, like, we didn't really know, or at least I didn't know, about your whole animosity towards Nosferatu. I mean,
Yes, well, my hatred is a very deep-seated.
Mm-hmm.
no chance that any, I don't know,
I can tell
individual
with
who's pure of heart could change that somewhat, at least for that individual.
Let's be honest with each other as he moves to take his mask.
Eesh.
Let me guess.
He's not a looker, that's for sure.
Oh,
that's right, two aren't.
Do you all
Huh.
say that out loud?
No.
No.
Simon just raises an eyebrow.
Everyone's unanimous. No.
right.
That's how this goes. Jeez.
So it's a self-hatred thing then.
Maybe
You've
don't
got
say
a
that
face
out
only a mother
loud.
could love.
Don't
I
start-
was not
start with
always
that.
like this, you know. I was once beautiful. Even after becoming a kindred. Even after being embraced, I was still had that angelic beauty about myself. Then I started to change. His
I can.
suit is getting, his build is going from lanky to bulkier.
Oh, fuck me. Listen, it's...
I can sympathize.
That was not meant as an insult.
He's just a guy. He's just...
We're
trying
all
his
people.
fucking best.
Don't look at me!
Okay.
Okay.
As
Very well.
he puts his mask back on, turns around, and punches the crate.
This whole time, Kit's just been looking down at the floor, not even just knowing not to look, just looking down, also sympathizing of just her
Okay.
herself not really having the liking towards Tremere or Tremere, but knowing and understanding she didn't choose to be who she is.
Yep. Also, for this, give me a second. This will be the first time I'm actually showing you an NPC's roles.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Clyde.
That's
Mm.
brawl alone.
Well,
That crate,
Go.
which Kit is aware has Puck inside, obliterated. Sorry. When the mask is off, I tend to lose my temper. I apologize for showing you such an unsightly display. As he wipes his hands with a handkerchief. Right. I'm assured that our business here is complete.
Certainly is.
I have, looking at all the splinters and dust around, I have a lot of cleaning up to do.
Well,
I
if
need
you
to go
ever
get
need
the
more-
vacuum cleaner.
If you ever need more courier work done, you know who to call.
Yes, and now that
Nice.
Again, it's never been quite a cold closed secret that I have a hatred for Nosferatu. Specifically, the Nosferatu of Green Hills. Again, the offer is always as still stands. You hand me a Nosferatu, I hand you any information you so desire, even information I so secretly said to conceal.
I'll keep that in mind if I ever get desperate.
Yes, the information will definitely increase your stature and status, and give you quite power. I'm aware that the reputations will take a hit, but I'm sure the offsets with having me as an ally and a friend would make that worth it.
Being a kin killer by trade, my reputation doesn't really matter.
Simon's gonna scribble something down on a piece of paper, put it in the box, and leave.
Mac is just staring.
Kit put back.
Oh.
Kit puts the mask back on and goes back to pretty much the bar.
I will hand you one piece of information that you might have already sussed out for yourself around the information of what happened at the docks. Just remember, mimicry is the best form of flattery. It can also get you past many doors.
Mm-hmm.
What?
They'll let you know if you don't care. The person you are looking for that caused that whole shitstorm at the docks can change their voice.
Yes.
They were most likely doing it to get interesting phone calls and information across. That is who you are looking for. Or at least one of the kindred who you are looking for.
I see.
And with that, and he gives a bow, we are done.
Huh. Melissa's gonna return the bow.
Now, all of
She
you.
flips him off.
Simon left. Simon left.
Alright, well, be on your way and make sure to take all of those weapons with you. You'll probably be needing them later if you're chasing down those two Tremere.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lovely night.
Yeah.
You
Just
too.
gonna scribble down on a piece of paper, gift of good faith, and leave the stake.
Yep. And with that, and Kit is also free to leave.
Kit will just nod and go pretty much
Yep.
change out of work uniform and just scurry back with the group.
Okay, so I might have a sinking suspicion.
Yeah,
That
once-
person that helped us with Benny, Rot Fiend, they're known. I heard them use voice mimicry.
Mm.
A surface level connection, but a connection nonetheless.
Are we also outside of the place?
You're out of the temple now.
Yeah, next, just gonna go. I own that guy.
What?
Wow, he gave us information.
No, what'd you say?
We own that guy. I own that guy.
Why would he give us information? Did this
No.
information?
No. Fuck.
You owed Puck.
Puck.
I suppose you don't anymore.
You can still owe the dead.
When he helped us out. Sure,
Some
we got
things that just
through it, but
happen that
the-
are beyond our control, friend. Nothing we
At
can
this
do.
point, you just hear what sounds like a punch. Kit just punched something because of just the whole situation with Puck and just finally letting her rage out. Cheat.
I don't know if I've
Isaac.
ever hated anyone so much.
Do you?
They don't say that out loud.
Oh, he
Do you-
knows.
Do you need a hug?
Who?
Shit.
The kid's just at this point on the ground, just head against the wall, just repeating, why? Why, Puck? Why?
Okay, I think you need a hug. Come here.
It just feels like it's her fault that Puck is in this situation, and it's just bubbling guilt.
I mean, you was the one who suggested Puck go to Clyde as a sponsor.
Yeah. At the time, that was the only Nosferatu she knew. So she thought it was the best. And now it's the feeling of, I fucked up.
I mean, you also, one of the things that I did when we had that last session was just, you could have argued that you could have been the sponsor. Or that one of the other Coterie members could be the sponsor.
Yeah.
Well,
But
it's a bit late
that-
now.
It's too late.